there. Oh, and we live. The J Rose experience is coming. I'm super hyped about it. But it just takes so much work and like energy to like curate people to interview and find a location,
Right.
all that, and interview questions and outfits. It's like I'm like, this is a lot.
Yeah, I mean, in general, you be doing a lot, but the show itself, I mean, this is a real life show. If you guys haven't checked it out yet, make sure you hit up the Rose Garden events, of course, and watch those previous seasons of the J Rose experience. I mean, she's far and wide, she's going all over the nation. Where was it that you went? You last went to Atlanta?
Yeah, I was in Atlanta for season 2. The first season we did in New York. The show really wasn't like that. Wasn't really the first plan for the show.
Really? The plan was not for it to be in New York?
No, it wasn't the plan to travel. It was like,
oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, we were gonna just keep filming in New York. I had like a bunch of New York poets lined up for the second season, and then the pandemic hit. And when the pandemic came, it was like, all right, what are we gonna do? And that's when I started connecting with mad people everywhere, all over the world.
Yeah.
Let's go to Philly. Let's go to London one day. Like, why not?
It's crazy. I mean, it's a great idea. It's a great idea. You guys make sure you check out the J Rose experience. I'm not wearing my shirt right now, but you know. But for real though, make sure you guys are all gonna hear me say this, as you know, multiple times tonight. We gotta support each other. We got. Jay is always doing some next shit. So here we are.
So what you been up to? Because I feel like I haven't seen you in a while, and I miss you, girl.
Girl, well, I've been working. I know last week I was out in Vermont. Safe travels. Tim and I planned a safe little weekend getaway. It was quite romantical. We woke up to some snow. Romantical. We woke up to snow on Friday after driving in the rain.
Oh my gosh.
But besides that, I do have some things coming out. I mean, I've been working on this project with Solar Tree. I'm not going to speak on it too much yet because I don't know if I'm legally allowed to, but there is something going on. Shout out to Kiko and my Solar Tree family. And I did want to mention to everybody out here that the Inspired Word, which you guys know, J Rose and I love the Inspired Word. I was resident poet, assistant producer. Jay's featured there multiple times, and Mr. Geffner adores Jay.
I love Mike. He's awesome.
He does not adore many people, so to say that he adores you is a big deal, but he does. He adores Jay. Anyway, he finally got on the Zoom game. So Inspired Word has been doing some virtual open mics on Tuesdays. It's just real. I think everybody's working on some other awesome projects. You know, Jay and I, of course, got our Unblocked journal.
Yes!
And you guys know that Christmas holiday season is coming. Wait. Jay, where did you go?
I went to get my journal.
Yes, we got our Unblocked journals. And we have the holiday season coming out. We just started posting just this week. We started posting our Unblocked challenge, right?
Challenge, yes, we got the challenge. Let me see. I got it right here. I got the rules right here. So if you have the journal, if you have the Unblocked journal, if you haven't gotten it, there's still time to order.
Yeah, so plenty of time.
One of our links in our bios, we have it all there. But if you have not ordered yours, you have time, because what we're doing is we're doing a challenge, right? And we're going to announce a random winner on the 20th. Yes. And the way to participate is
Mhm.
you've got to post a picture of your handwritten prompt that's in the journal, right?
Take one of these, you write in it.
Then you have to post it and tag Leah V and My Crumble Thoughts. That's me, J Rose.
So I take a picture. Oh, look, what am I doing here? I'm taking a picture.
I'm tagging Leah V and J Rose. And then you're going to use the hashtag #UnblockChallenge.
Oh, okay.
We can't see.
Never mind.
You're going to use the
do
hashtag.
this in real time, but it's not working.
No, we should have practiced this. Use the hashtag #UnblockChallenge, and then you can join us tonight or on the 20th to share your prompt. And we're going to pick a random name, and we have a nice, fun surprise gift for you guys.
Yes.
What you don't like writing in your books? Yeah.
So-
This is my blank copy. I have my written copy next to my bed. That's where I keep my journal, next to my bed.
Right. So if you don't like writing in the book proper, you take the prompt and you can respond to it on another sheet of paper. Or if you rather type your response or text your response, whatever, you can just say this prompt is from this journal. I know Nuv, our guy Nuv the poet, he's posted like a bunch of our prompts so far. And sometimes he handwrites his responses and sometimes he types them up and like posts them as a note. So, you know, whatever, if the words get out there, the words get out there, right?
Yes, get creative, but tag us. We'll know it's our prompt. We put the book together.
Of course.
Don't worry. See, Dara's got her copy and she's like, wait a minute, I would have preserved this.
Yes, Dara's got 2 copies, let me tell you, because I sent Dara a copy and we were both worried that it wasn't going to get to where it wanted to go. She told me some problematic neighbor stories. I was very concerned. So when Tim and I were on our way somewhere to Virginia, I think one weekend, we pulled up to Dara's house and I was like, let me hand deliver a copy.
Oh, wow.
Which it was not far from my old neighborhood in the Bronx. And then like it must have been like a day after or like 2 or 3 days after I delivered it. She was like, guess what came in the mail today? Of course. But if anybody deserves multiple copies, it is Dara. We love Dara. She was the guest host for me once, and she just always holds me down. Yeah, make sure you follow the community poet everywhere.
Yes, and where you at, Dara? Because I know you on this open mic list. Why aren't you in the studio, girl? Get in.
Yeah, she's just like chilling on Facebook. Where are all our peoples? Guys,
like extra late tonight. You know what? They didn't set their clocks.
Nobody set their clocks. I mean, the government didn't set their clocks. Nobody set their clocks. Girl, everybody's behind schedule. America is behind schedule. The world in general. I would debate that the entire universe is behind schedule right now. I mean, things are just convoluted in terms of time. So we'll just get through this evening in whatever capacity we can.
Well, I've got some new shit that I'm gonna definitely share tonight, so I'm excited.
Wait, you do? I'm hyped.
You know, it's been a while. Hey, sis. Yes. Deirdre, you gonna pull up? Pull up. I'll send you the link. Join us. Yeah, guys, if you want to perform, please drop a mic in the comments so that we can send you the information so you could join us. Oh, look at everybody. Look at the family.
Oh, here they are popping up. Aitza, the sisters in the building.
Mama Guns in the house.
Mama Guns in the house. All the fams coming through.
Oh, Shandy, we see you back there. We see you, Shandy.
So Mama Guns is actually out in Virginia right now with the grandbabies.
Hey.
My brother, my sister-in-law, my brother Ariel, one of my older brothers, one of my oldest brothers. He was working the election in what is known as the boiler room. He is a lawyer and a lobbyist and a superman of many government ways. And he was out there with a bunch of lawyers in this like Zoom room, like handling all these like polling issues and legal complaints with the voting and the election and everything. So shout out to him. Shout out to Ariel. Shout out to the Gonzalez dynasty, as he likes to call it. And I believe if the babies haven't passed out yet, I believe my mother might be with my niece and nephew right now, which is pretty cool. So Ali and AJ, if you hear me, Titi says hi. Also, it's looking, we got some people coming in backstage finally.
Yes, they popping in.
Oh, Shandy, I see you, girl.
I'm gonna slide in some DMs while Leah V gets through the rules and regulations.
Yes. Let us
get it popping.
Let us get it popping and non-stopping. I shall begin the rules and regulations. All right, y'all. It's Friday night and we feeling right. You guys are tuned into Virtual Voices with Leah B in the place to be and Jay Rose, because you already know the best co-hostesses with the mostesses in the virtual and tangible, I must say, game. So we're gonna get right into the rules and regulations. You will hear me repeat some of these throughout the evening. Naturally, the important ones more so than others, but let's get right into it without further ado. The first rule is, first and foremost, at all times, this is a safe space. Jay and I pride ourselves on the fact, because that's what it is, a fact that we have been able to, mold this digital community based off of our real communities in which people allow themselves to feel vulnerable through their expression, whether that be music or comedy or dance or any type of medium of expression. Right.
Like that in a long time. I was like, what?
Who's at the crib? No, just kidding. Anyway, it's probably the Amazon man. It's probably my fault, honestly. But anyway, all right. So we pride ourselves in the fact that this is a safe space, that we've created a place in which artists feel that they can be vulnerable and they can be express their truest selves. This is a pro-Black, pro-LGBTQ, pro-brown, pro all the scary spaces. Because we are a community of others, and this has been true for us in the physical world with our shows, and it is just that same amount of truth in the digital world. So that is very important. If you're not able to be kind and accepting, then we will just throw the little umbrella hook on the stage and pull you right off, like we at the Apollo Shun, because we don't play that. So, and you will get moved and grooved off the stage. So you will get to move to, yeah, that's a good one, right? We got to write that one down. So, all right. So, yeah, safe space. You will hit the exit if you cannot be accepting and kind, especially during this time, but during all times. All right, keeping it going and flowing and growing. 5 minutes per performer. We ask that whether you are a singer, dancer, comedian, a magician, or anything in between, we ask that you try to limit yourself to 5 minutes. This does not mean you can only do one piece. You can do multiple pieces. You can ask us if you're unsure of the time remaining. Can I do one more? Can I do two more? Check in with us and we'll communicate about it. We're always happy to leave a little flexibility in terms of space. It really all depends on the lineup. It depends on how many people are popping in. When I say popping in, that's because we have the pre-scheduled lineup as well as the people who drop a mic to perform. Leading us into the next rule and regulation, which is if you're watching us on Facebook if you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, then if you're watching us on Facebook or YouTube, then drop a mic in the comments to perform. and we will throw you in the mix, and Jay will slide into your DMs like a professional, as she does. Yeah. And we'll get right into it. So drop a mic to perform, and you can do that at any point throughout the night, unless it's like the last 2 seconds, and you probably can't do that. But always check in with us. You can always we have the private in the StreamYard, we have the private chat, and we have the public chat. So there's the performer chat and the chat that involves all of the viewers from Facebook and YouTube. We do try to be very interactive with our audience. So everybody watching, please comment, emphasize the parts of the pieces that you like the most. Just go ahead and throw that out there and say how you feel. And it's all about positivity and kindness. We like that. One of our favorite things is that we're able to have a space in which we can go back and forth and kind of have a conversation throughout the show with our peoples. So Facebook, YouTube, familia. The performers always like to hear from you. You know, drop an emoji, say what up, even if you're just popping in and out. Just you know, we all we got. So on the topic of we all we got, I'm going to say, make sure you follow one another. Jay does such a beautiful job at having the banners set up so perfectly placed throughout the evening, right below. And she puts the tags, she puts the handle, she puts the Cash App, she puts the Venmo. Make sure you all of it. So make sure you follow one another, because it's really just like in any other show performance space. It's really all about networking. It's really all about expanding the community, being there for each other, especially during these very, very bizarre, strange, political times. Not just political. I mean, it's really
everything.
Yeah, it's about humanity. It's not even politics right now, honestly. It's just like across the board, the universe. So on that note, we should always follow one another and expand the community, but especially right now. Let's see if I missed anything. Oh, make sure you yes, you know I always forget that one. So when we say, I don't know why, it's always just that one. When
you like the way I explain it.
I don't say it as well. So on that note, can you explain it? Because I don't know how to explain it. Because then the person that comes next, it's just you got it, girl.
So Mia V or myself will call you up when it's time for you to come on stage, but we like to give the next person a heads up that they need to get ready. So when you hear your name is on deck, that means that you're up after the person that's coming to the stage. So that means that if you have poetry on your phone, in your book, if you have a song, if you need to tune your instrument, whatever it is you need to get ready to do for your performance, make sure that you do that. You have that time, because that means you're up after the next person. So that's what on deck means.
See, this is why I always happen to forget it. One of the many reasons. But also, in addition to that, we said there was one more thing. Oh, yes. Make sure you stay close to the microphone. That's something. Yeah, it's very important, especially musicians who are trying to come on here with their instruments. You can always take a second to ask us if we could do a 5-second time check. You know, we'd rather do that than have to stop you after you've started. So try to stay close to the mic. Try to do a little time check. Make sure you donate to us. Make sure you donate to the open mic, the best open mic in the game. There was a time where we got paid for this and where we would be able to pay our features. And we need to be able to pay our features. So,
yes. Speaking of features, we had an amazing feature lined up. It's X the Creator. But unfortunately, he had some stuff going on because, you know, life is always happening no matter what we plan, and God just laughs. You know, he needed to take the night off. So unfortunately, he will not be pulling up to do his feature tonight. But we love you. We hope that everything works out. But that gives us a little more time for the people that do show up to be on the stage. So we'll be able to maybe get a round 2 in here tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We're trying not to promise things, but we like to do what we can and does what we does. So on on that extremely vague note, I think we should get right into it. You know what I'm saying and
Yeah,
playing?
let's get it popping. How you want
Um,
to do this? How you want to do this?
Tim is laughing at my bars. If you guys didn't know, my boyfriend's here almost every week, just clowning around.
He's
So,
awesome.
all right. So, should we get into it, Jay?
Yeah, let's get it popping.
So, before we get it popping, I was thinking maybe you and I could kick it off with something. How you feeling? You got something prepared?
Yeah, I do. I wrote something new this week.
So, is that new shit?
I'm not sure if it's finished yet or not, so I'm just gonna say I just wrote it and I might add to it. I'm not sure yet. But we'll think about it. It's a piece titled Tell Me King. Let's welcome our backstagers back here though. Let's get them in here. Hold on a second.
Yes, backstagers come through, y'all.
Hey, what's good?
Dara, did you hear me go on and on about the community poet?
Yes, I did. I wasn't backstage when you started that, I don't think. But yes.
Did you hear me tell the tale of your two journals?
Oh yeah, she was listening.
I was dying laughing.
We'd love to hear it.
All right, welcome guys. Welcome. Sorry for the delay. All right, so let's hop to it. I got a piece right here. It's titled Tell Me King. And I hope y'all like it.
Y'all give it up for J Rose, everybody.
I love the audience. I love it.
Yeah, I love it.
I have a question for you, King.
Okay.
What is that sound? Am I going crazy?
I thought everybody was muted.
All right. There you go. It was like bugging me out. I'm like, I hear a man. Wait. Okay. I have a question for you, King. Do you ever fantasize about sipping from the fountain of a goddess, where her waters grant eternal youth and the streams that flow through carry petals from wild roses? Do you ever fantasize of tasting the skin of a queen, curve of neck feeling heartbeat against tongue, the warmth of boiling blood emanating pheromones that are said to drive gods mad? If not this, then what? What do you fantasize about when you're staring down at my teary hazel eyes as I take you in, drenched in your stare and dying to dive in for a swim? Tell me, King, do you fantasize about reaching so deep into my fortress of solitude that I'll never feel alone again? Leaving traces of your energy within pulsating walls to join the rhythm of my vibrations. Can you feel me, King? Do you see me, King? Tell me. Do you fantasize about reading between the lines of my lips like a good book by the fireside? Or would you rather take your time kissing goosebumps as they rise like braille across your lips? Learning the scriptures of my lust and praising the flowing waters of my paradise. Can you feel me, King? Do you see me, King? Please, do tell me. Do you fantasize about your face being embraced by thighs of silk, buried in an oasis of savagery, giving your last breath so that I can drip life back into you? Drink from me with purpose, my King, and my cup will forever runneth over for you. But right now, I have a question for you. King, what do you fantasize about? Thank you.
Yeah.
Ooh, what was the line that you repeated? There was one bar. Faces of savagery. Ooh, tell me how you really feel, Jay.
Don't make me.
Is it hot in here? Or is it just me?
It's that lighting. It's the light.
It was
Y'all give it up for our girl Jay Rose, the hostesses with the mostesses, the founder of the Rose Garden events. Make sure you follow her everywhere at my_crumbles_thoughts. That's the co-hostess with the mostest. I like that, Jay. I like that a lot. I actually I feel like there were, you know, when you hear something that you know you need to hear again because you're like, there's definitely some shit that went right over my head. That happened, and I was like, ooh, there's a couple bars in there that I didn't get the first time around, but I'm hoping I get the second time.
You will. There's definitely
That's the best, though. That's how you know when a piece is weighted, when you keep picking things up, you know?
Thank you. What you got for us tonight, Leah V?
Well, you know, I have been writing some stuff, but I don't have anything I feel comfortable enough with sharing. I was thinking I would do something familiar to the peoples. I was thinking I would do a poem called Yours that you guys have all heard a million times, but I am still, there is still like this I think it's like 2 stanzas and I'm still like struggling to memorize. So I'm just gonna keep doing it. That's what I did with all my other pieces.
That's how you gotta do it with those.
You know, that's literally that the way that I memorized all my other pieces is that I performed them until I was sick of them. So not that I'll ever get sick of this piece, babe, but disclaimer, gotta cover my back. But I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it. This piece is called Yours. It is a love poem. It's important to me because love poems have always been difficult for me. It's important to me because it was written before the pandemic, and I feel that the meaning of it is stronger now than it was when I wrote it. If that makes sense. Because the nature of what we've gone through and what we've concluded together. So I'm gonna go ahead and get into it. This piece is called Yours. And then that alarm electrocutes me. I curse the tangible universe. How dare you deal me this king, then tear me away from his skin prior to sun peaks. Reality proves to mate well with irony. Defies all of the happy ending connection stuff down our throats since birth. You see, we've discovered the work. You come from country, that of another and that of our own, and you arrive essentially alone. The initial evening conjoining guitar strings, I kept questioning, what's the catch? The catch is that I've become so attached that all pain points towards you as my medicinal man. The catch is that my intrigue in you is so grandiose that me, the most secure amid insecure seas, can't help but to question what in the good name of fuck you found in me. And the catch is you've never fully given yourself. A mechanical method engineered through the equations of lone wandering wolves. The catch is that I'm on edges of all kinds all of the time, peering over and into the unknown, emotions sporadic and shooting through my successes and into your palms when the applause stops and I no longer want the wretched world to see the fillings of this silhouette, when the lights are so bright that my pores peel into aches, when the metaphors minimize and moisten into molds, when relevance grows old, when the artiste can no longer please and all that's left is lengthy, listless LV. It is you who I wish to collapse onto, and majority of the time that's quite literally what I do. I give my 6 a.m. 60 seconds until my locks line your chest like backward wings. I can't help it. I'd rather run to work than miss out on your most majestic of movement. seemingly effortless like those irises, how they intoxicate me. I want to eat your philosophies. I swim in the knowledge, the vastness, the solidity. But you take two people who express opposingly, and you're left with communication messes wherever you go. But best believe we go. I'll take the reactive strength that both hurts and heals when ensued by who you love most. I'll sit over smoke signals and configure puzzle pieces of schedules until my finger bones expire. Tire myself with misunderstandings stemming from misguidance because I'd rather miss the eyelids than to miss more than a millisecond of sweet coexistence. I once told you I'd follow you into the unknown. I've already roamed the length of the city unaware that I was looking for you, my human home. Picket fence as hand, windowsill as bone, plumbing as lungs, all locked doors sealed shut and left to be undone. Knowing the risk, I still took the junk, or rather the slip, but I wasn't granted a choice anyway. We happened to one another. And now we muster muscles for what won't allow growth. I sweat through the work, but we glow. I glow. I welcome inevitable pain. I will it, prepare it, preventative methods for future. And I love you when laid upon hospital bed just as much as I will when you're seated on success's throne. What's ride or die? We transcend. We can fly. We have already flown. After eternal days of work and poetry play, you carry me off couches when I can't carry myself. Too many nights your screen blares in languages I can't comprehend, and I wonder, will your evening ever end? You don't seem to intend to finish until your work is done. It inspires me. I'm fully prepared to proceed in rolling up sleeves, letting the dirt particles build up under fingernails as we create singular space among unforgiving digital spaces that aren't kind to those who prioritize togetherness. The rainbows have left, but the butterflies remain. And perhaps persistence isn't so painful after all. I mean, music brought us together and the notes proceed to play. I do hope the sheet of chords never dwindle. I pray the bass line perpetuates even when it's too loud. I hope the horns don't lack breath. I hope the keys never stiffen. I hope to be yours, only yours, until the sound stops. And maybe even after that, too. I'll work and I'll rise and I'll work and I'll rise and you'll work and you'll rise and we'll work and we'll rise and best believe we go. Let the wretched world take note of this flow that I own, of this flow that I told, that you know, that I know, that we know, only we know at the end of it, we are inexplicable. Always to the exhausted other end and into the unknown. And maybe even after that too. Thank you guys.
Hey.
Woo, where's
Every time without fail.
I was waiting for that.
He goes, "Where's Tim?" He's like, "Hello."
There's a delay here. You're supposed to attack her.
She's like, "Hello, Tim. You're missing your cue here." He had to run around the table. But thank you guys for having me. I'm ready to get right into it, though.
Let's get it.
Let's
Where's the camera at? What you doing, Shandy? You over there dancing or something? What you
Shandy's
doing?
fixing her hair or something. All right. Well, we were supposed to have Shandiggity on the Miggity mic. So if Shandiggity is not available to come on the Miggity mic, we can do a little switcheroo here.
Yeah, let's do it.
All right, we'll keep it moving and grooving once more. We have a newcomer in the mix, Subliminal on deck.
She left. Her grandbaby woke up.
Oh no. Well, we hope the grandbaby makes it out okay. So we've got our guy AC Lightning on deck, but blessing the mic right now. We was talking about her for a minute earlier. Let's give it up for our girl, the community poet, Zara.
I'm so glad to be back here. I love this. I love you guys. I missed your faces. I'm happy to be here. I'm happy.
I missed you.
We love you.
So I love that, AC, trying to be like me. I'm trying to be like you. So we just gonna be two people trying to be like each other. We'll be great. Greatness will come of it. So I'm gonna do a new poem that I've only read out loud once. So we'll see what happens.
Do shit.
It's called Prove Me Wrong. I am pretty smart, a strong B student when that mattered, and I wasn't an A only because being tops also didn't matter much to me. At 7, I told my grandfather I know about a lot of things, and he sat in awe. And at 7, I pretty much did know. I made it to the dean's list a few times in college, proving that in fact I know a lot, and was even part of an honor society when collecting a number of degrees. And I'm not trying to toot my own horn, though. Shoot, someone should, because Black women don't get enough of that. But I'm just right now stating that fact, just saying that I know a lot. And because I grew up with people who knew more, I learned even more still. And when I didn't know something, I knew to sit down and learn me some things. And as a Leo, the king of the zodiac, I am usually right when I speak because I've chewed over the facts. And in fact, I test as an analyzer on every personality test. So when I say something, I'm usually not wrong. Trust me, when I say I ran 20 scenarios while you were still stuck on suggesting the idea, I grabbed the idea, ran with it, and focused on how so that we can get there or move on to a different strategy. See, I am trained at problematizing in order to find the best solution. So again, by the time I allow words to slip out, it's only because I know what I'm talking about. And it's going to be hard for you to prove me wrong, but fuck. I just wish with this one thing, I could finally be wrong. Please, I beg everyone to prove me wrong, because it hurts most to be told that I am right about this one thing. See, my non-American African diasporic colleague approached me as if giving me a 20 she lost in a bet, but instead it was just her words of dread. She ate the optimism they were previously laced with when she thought that George Floyd would be the last Eric Garner. And then came Daniel Prude in the news, who actually died between the two, but of whom we found out about later. And as everyone spoke of hope, I mentioned this was far from my first or second or 20th rodeo. See, Deborah Daner led to Pamela Turner, just like Ayanna predicted Breonna, just like Kamal Dajani was destined to breed disease and become predecessor to Walter Wallace Jr., both of whom were known to be mentally ill, but a shot of fatality was the only treatment offered. I miss optimism, but my eyes have seen too much. My heart has cried enough. My voice has screamed till hushed enough times to know that there would be no justice. Peace is not ours until we are sleeping eternally. After all, it is cheaper to throw pennies at the fractured family than fix the aim of the police, who only know force when it comes to overseeing us. I want to be proven wrong, but de-escalation burgers are only offered to folks who matter. And well, we know Black and brown folks don't. I've always known this. It's hard not to notice this, but I dare you. I beg you to please do finally prove me wrong.
Woo!
Yes.
We had our mic muted, but Tim and I were both like,
Me too. I was like that. Yeah,
and like Dara, I know because I know you, but I know that you've spent like a lot of like self-work, like working on the way that you say certain things and perform certain things. And I was telling Tim, I was like, man, this is not the same poet that I met, like whatever it was, like 2-3 years ago. Like your rhythm and like your spaces, everything is just mwah. beautiful.
I'm learning it from watching you. Trust me.
Oh,
This is beautiful. I'm like, wait, am I getting to Leah? Is this what I'm doing? I mean, when you hang around nothing but great talented people like you guys, there's no way to not up your game too. So it's a give and
Exactly.
take.
We all make each other better. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You guys make sure you follow our girl Zara. All her information is below. That's the home girl.
Fire.
Yes. So let's see what we've got going and flowing and growing this evening.
Shandy is back out.
We got Shandy in the building. So how about we put Shandiggity on deck? But we on deck. We're coming to the mic right now. Let's give it up for the one, the only, our frequent flyer, the 2020 graduate. You know we gotta give it up for our guy, AC Lightning.
Yo.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's up, guys?
Hey.
I'm a little bummed out because like 20 minutes ago I found out my dog ate my dinner. So
What?
Oh no! I thought you were about to say your dog died, but you say your dog ate your dinner.
Oh my God! I know. I was like, where is this going?
I know. I was like,
Yeah.
I hope this animal didn't just die tragically.
yeah, nah. She came into my room while I was drinking juice and she ate up my dinner and
All
Yeah.
of it.
Yep. So
She didn't leave you any scraps, no leftovers.
but we still gonna lighten up the mood, so I'm gonna do the single that I have that's dropping. Well, the single dropped already, but the project that's with the single is dropping next week. So, you guys should know the song. It's called "Live Life." Gonna get to it. Is that good?
Yeah, it's good.
We hear it.
Cool. This is my single called "Live Life." They call me AC, living in my 20s. Just trying to have fun and act a little goofy. Life is a gift, I like taking risks. I shoot from the hip, gears going in. That's right, I'm a dance I can get right. I'm a party out loud, looking so fly. I'm with the good times and having good vibes. I came here to have some fun tonight. Gonna go crazy, have fun, like while I'm out. Having some good times, by this, to block it out. I can earn long, then try to get that. Live that blessing, make that boogie. Going to the club is the only good time I can go out. Watch movies in the night. I ain't go for stressing, picturing like a villain. And like I said before, yo, the devil is a liar. If belief doesn't matter, you can go ahead and hate it. If you don't like it, oh well, then get it. I ain't gonna be crying, just try to chillax. Lay my feet up, just kick back.
I'm a young dude, just trying to live like hands in the sky. I'm trying to have a good time. I'm a young dude, just trying to live like love God, laugh daily, and live right. I'm a young dude, just trying to live like hands in the sky. I'm trying to have a good time. I'm a young dude, just trying to live like love God, laugh daily, and live right.
I'ma do what I can, I'ma live free. No change out here, gonna hold me. Just the 5 ain't gonna feel stiff. I move like the wave, people feel my drift. Going to the top, right in the road. No folks get shook, but I play that drift. Folks get scared, they be like, uh-oh. Then they questions, drink so cold. Folks who get tough, they get so stuck. They Christians know how to have fun. Yes, I love God, and I also love Jesus. Into the book with them, I got this freedom. Yeah, I got grace, I push through with faith. I don't care what you say, don't get in my way. I've been through a lot, thank God for the one time. Can't be scared, yo, gotta live life.
I'm a young dude, just trying to live like hands in the sky. I'm trying to have a good time. I'm a young dude, just trying to live like love God, laugh daily, and live right. I'm a young dude, just trying to live like hands in the sky. I'm trying to have a good time. I'm a young dude, just trying to live like love God, laugh daily, and live right.
God gave me the blessing.
Hey, blessings
I'ma live my life to the fullest.
to the fullest,
Live my life so joyous.
so joyous.
No regrets, yo, I'm with it.
Yeah, I'm with it.
God gave me the blessing.
Hey, blessings
I'ma live my life to the fullest.
to the fullest,
Live my life so good.
So joyous.
No regrets, yeah, I'm with it.
Yeah, I'm with it. I'm a young dude, just trying to live like hands in the sky. I'm trying to have a good time. I'm a young dude, just trying to live like love God, laugh daily and live right. I'm a young dude, just trying to live like hands in the sky. I'm trying to have a good time. I'm a young dude, just trying to live like love God, laugh daily and live right.
Ah, Aces.
I see that was a bop,
That was
though.
a whole
I'm a young
Hey.
man. That's a
Yeah,
bop.
me and me was going in. I was twerking like,
Hey,
You know, the co-hostesses with the mostest is showing you some love.
I'm always extra.
hey,
Guys,
listen,
all right, you got anything to plug for us, AC?
Yes, he does. What you got coming up?
What's good?
so, I think, well, Jay knows this because I posted up earlier, but I am dropping a EP next week. It's rehabilitation. You can follow me on Instagram, as it says right in the front. It's in my link tree. You can pre-save it on Spotify. If you don't have Spotify, it's going to be available everywhere else you get your music at. Everywhere else. I'm also dropping a music video for Live Life tomorrow. So
Tomorrow, Sam.
it has
Drop
a
that
pandemic
link.
feel to it because I wanted to shoot this back in March or April, but COVID happened, so it has like a little pandemic feel to it in a sense. But nonetheless, it's a music video. I'm dropping tomorrow, and I got other. I'm gonna do like other videos as well down the upcoming weeks, and yeah, that's what I have now.
Yeah.
All right, all right.
I'm so proud of you.
AC's just been killing it, and we appreciate all of our performers at all times. We've had people from across the globe, all ages, all colors, all sizes, coming through in the mix every week, and we appreciate even those who can just come by for one day at a time. But we got some special love for our frequent flyers, as Jay likes to call them. So all love for our guy AC, who's been with us from the get-go.
Yes, yo, I'm sorry. I'm like on social media because shout out to D the librarian who's watching us right now, shouting us out on YouTube. Sharifa Nayan's watching. We got
Sharifa! Girl, Sharifa, you getting on the mic, Sharifa, girl?
like, what y'all doing?
Girl, I can use some of your inspirational, majestic melodies at this point in time, I must say.
Facts.
All right, but no pressure. We're all here for the audience members as well. It's been a stressful week for people. It's people just trying to kick back a little bit. And we feel you. We're gonna keep it moving and grooving. Though we got some people on Diggity Deck in the building. It's looking like we've got. I'm gonna say Das on deck. But coming to the mic right now, we got to give it up for our girl, the one, the only Sharif. No, not Sharifa. Shandy the poet. I was reading Sharifa's name as I said Shandy. Shandy the poet.
I got you. It's all right. How y'all doing? How y'all doing?
We're good.
Oh my God, it feels like I haven't seen you guys in like forever. Like I really need some rose. Oh my God.
I know, girl. That's a lot of decompressing to get going.
Yes, we miss you too, girl.
Absolutely. I know. All right, so I'm going to drop a piece called Naked. And I'm not sure, I probably did this before a while ago. If I stood in front of you naked, would you see me? Would you even know that I was there, standing over you like a moonlight there? Can you feel me here? Turning you on, or are you somewhere far away? too far for me to reach today. If I stood in front of you naked, would you see me? When you gaze upon the stars alone in the night, do you see me there? Deep amongst the constellations that dance in the twilight, I'm forever in your mind. Looking up in the sky with you in your heart and in your soul, I'm lost in you. My insatiable light burns bright for you. I swallow the dark. I hold my breath. I pray for the stars. Yet if I stood in front of you naked, would you see me? Would you see all of my secrets bearing like spoiled fruit that were buried deep for your protection because you couldn't handle the truth? Would you see the worry that kept me up till morning? Could you see the tears that strangled me in the night? Can you see every wound I covered? Every scar now buried neatly inside of me. If I stood in front of you naked, would you see me? Would you see the high price I paid for living in my shadow, for hiding it well, for dying trapped between the normalcy and romance unfulfilled? For the all of me I gave up to you, and still it's not enough. Now I have nothing left in you. Look at me like an old coin that's lost its value and significance. I swallow the dark. I hold my breath. I pray for the stars. If I stood in front of you naked, would you see me? That's that piece. Thank you.
Brandy! Yes, girl.
Yes, girl. You had some strong emphasis. There was some strong flow there. Like you really kept it powerful where it was supposed to be powerful.
Thank you. Thank you. Love you guys. Miss you guys. You can find me at Sean_D_poet on Instagram.
Yes, make sure you follow our girl, Sean D the Poet. We love you, girlfriend. Thank you so much for being with us.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you. Sharifa showing you love.
Sharifa. All right, we're gonna keep it moving and grooving. It's a beautiful evening. You know, we know a lot of people have to decompress for this week. We're glad that you all are here decompressing alongside us. For real, for real. We've got our guy Ambition on Diggity Deck. He just popped in the building. We love to see it. We love to see it. Coming to the virtual mic right now. You guys put your digital and your real palms together for DOS.
Yes. Shout out to DOS. We connected on social media recently, so shout out for coming through. I really appreciate that.
Oh yeah, of course. Like,
Welcome.
I've been wanting to do this for a while, but I'm glad I could have finally a chance to.
Yay!
You know what I'm saying?
What you got for us tonight?
I got this little ditty I wrote called Aggressive.
I just had it all.
It's yeah, everybody hear me?
Yes, we hear you.
Okay, cool. I know I'm very soft spoken sometimes, so The poem's called Aggressive, and it's kind of like me. It's a different way of approaching a woman. So, further ado. See, she's from a different world. She comes with her own wit, but this D don't wane when she's on her own shit. She's on her own tip. A female T.I. with no Harris. Living large, never pent, but house top floor got her own terrace. A Bentley trucking around Benz on a big wheel, no Ferris Bueller whenever she feels she her own heiress. If voluptuous eye full of towers over love, I want her whole Paris. A beautiful swings that knows no bounds. She's one of the rarest. I mean, she got a man feeling like Boogie. Damn, she's what a nigga means. She has that oxy that's giving that high like Dro and Gen 2. Man, she makes this nigga breathe in that pocket of fresh air because her space so tight. So come ship, and when she take a ride, guarantee that shit feel nice. I mean, who you kidding? Opening that box will give you life, no Pandora. Collect them keys, plant those keys, make that wife, not that order. I mean, pay that price, take that slice. She's your heavens, angels, quarters. She's such a cute one, a straight right angle, kind of, sort of, but never obtuse. She a Tupac like Queen, no bishop, she still got juice. I mean, she stayed lucky, keeping it above the rim. I mean, she's the truth, die hard like Bruce. A fifth element with a sixth sense. A whole 9 yards and 16 blocks, no death. She is too dense. She will pulp your fiction, leaving you worthless like 2 cents. So appreciate her 2 cents. I'm getting 2 tenths because shawty is like that. That type of you set your sights at. I mean, a real Lisa, when you were Fresh Prince knockout, she will fight back. If you mess with her family, she will have you looking like Debo catching a Craig to the face, nigga, lie back. I mean, a first edition bite from an apple, no Eve. A real first Lisa, that first Mac. Better yet, she's a Kodak shooting off a cannon, taking shots, blowing it up, throwing on the gram about her business. She just branding, forever expanding, grandstanding. I mean, she's grandstanding. That's pocket change. She's global stock exchange. She's mobile clock gauge. A mobile can't dock her wage. Real vocal, she rocked the stage. A real beast don't rock the cage. She's a beautiful woman, a queen of this age. But oh snap, this wasn't over. You already know she's a rolling, a Destiny's Child, a true soldier. A jump the broom type through the sickness and health, make you want to have and hold her. Stacking chips all day with that casino play, having you Texas Hold'em. She a high roller, melanin smooth like coffee with caramel, or fresh shit with fresh drip, a sexy couple Folgers. If you think winter was a cool chill, then believe me, shawty is way colder. Out here calling the audibles, a lovely sound through the audible, doing what she got it because shit's plausible, but she know life ain't plausible. She can't turn her G off. I mean, she a bad birdie, a 20 out of 10 with the back nine. You want to tee off. I mean, but some of y'all niggas getting her teed off. She will rush in, roulette your ass and drop the ball, drop or get the gun hot. She will knock your heat off. Gas company, a real alphabet. She put the X on to keep the J fly, that BP type QT, that's a gas company. I mean, a Mary Jane type that get loud when you hit her with mid with that Reggie, oh, gas company. I mean, her bag say big mass company. She owned y'all mass custody. Playing niggas, that's puppetry. Once a man, no boys, past fuckery. To be showered, that's luxury. To do right by her, act humbly. Like I said, she's a beautiful queen. So you want to know her name? Just ask humbly. But be
yes. Okay, come through, poet.
Wait. What was the last line? I had to hear the last line.
Gas company.
Gas. Is that what it was? Gas company?
No, that was one of the lines.
I was about to say her name wasn't Gas Company. Wait, Daz, what was it? Can you just give me the last 2 bars real quick? I need to hear this. That was a beautiful work of art. Please tell me.
Okay. To be showered with love, that's luxury. To do right by her, act husbandly. Like I said, this is a beautiful queen. You want to know her name? Just ask humbly. But be aggressive.
That was beautiful. That was beautifully written, beautiful, executed. It was just great all around. 10s all around.
Like my comment said, it's one of those poems that you just want to read. You want to read it because you know you missed out.
Yeah, I was like, can we read this guy?
Like, I want
Jay, you're gonna have to send us a full copy of this.
Yeah, if you guys want clips of your performances, just definitely reach out. We can get our editing team to put together a clip of your performance for you.
Nice.
So holla at us. Yeah.
No, that was absolutely amazing, Daz. That was truly beautiful. How many minutes do you think that poem runs? I'm just curious.
That was like 3.5 minutes.
Like 3.5?
3.5?
What you think?
You guys want another one? I have a short one I can spit off real quick.
Yeah, you.
Oh yeah, that's not why I was asking, but I would gladly take it.
We're gonna do a round 2, so y'all better.
Right, I was a little nervous, so I ain't. But
No,
yeah.
that was great. Yeah, spit on us first.
Okay, this is jealousy. From emotion, life draws on immoral notions it gnaws. So as the darkness falls, out the darkness crawls a beast in rare form. Child of the corn that lay dorm until your identity born, waiting for your supremacy to mourn. Then its ultimatum swarms, planting thoughts without warn. Mental now torn, manifesting evil thoughts. Light and dark sparks, emotional flames caught, burning your soul within you. Altering who you are, that's what sin do. Slowly turning you from good to bad. Sin who? The beast trying to let that sin loose. Now personality change. Infected, personality stained. Attitude, personality drained. The beast is evil, now personality Cain. Now bear the mark, personality slain. Verbal now speaks ill. Actions now lean to kill. Diminishing one's will. Feelings provided swill. Gaining strength through the thrill. Never stopping even if one lies still. Using emotional walls, you become Krill. Inside reflects Vegeta. Losing one's self-esteem, becoming Broly, the beast will go. Cool your perception, turning you to a freezer, cold to the touch. An unsettling aura surrounds you. Unsettling those around you. Experiencing the effects that the beast defects. Without choice, it selects, then infests. Selling to those that ground you. Wishing lies that sound true. Now your loved ones, the beast is now bound too. Within his darkness, they will drown too. And that's jealousy.
Oh my God.
Yes. Yes.
Bars on bars on bars. Yes, talk to him, poet. I felt that.
You over here spitting for 2 hosts that love hip hop. So that barsy shit, we love that shit.
Yeah, we're all about it. Thank you so much for blessing our mic.
Yes.
Y'all make sure you follow the guy.
Appreciate it.
Yes, we're doing another round. So there's more.
Follow me, please. I would love to have the support.
Yes. I'm definitely gonna hit that follow button. It's very important that you all hit that follow button. As I said before, we got is very, 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 very significant, very vital, very every other synonym that comes along with importance. That truly we just continue to support one another, especially during these trying times. I can't stress that enough. So make sure you follow the kid. Let's all follow one another, and we're gonna keep it moving and grooving. It's looking like we've got Ambition, the poet, coming to the mic, and then we're gonna hit up a round 2 after that. But let's put our hands together for the one, the only, our guy, Ambition.
I hear the crowd. I hear the New York crowd. They going wild out there. Hey guys. Hey J Rose.
Hey, what's
So tonight I'm going to do this foster care piece. I don't know if y'all know about anything about Philly, but the violence is getting out of control, and I wanted to talk. This poem is really walking you guys through what is for a young man who lost his brother in violence. A lot of young men feel this way, but it's hard to articulate it, especially if you're not a thug like me. I'm not really a thug, so I do art. But I wanted to be able to explain to y'all what it's like for someone who is young, that's a man, and you want to do something when someone kills your family member, but you can't because you're not a thug, and you know you don't want to go to jail, and you don't know what to do. And so I wanted to let y'all see the thoughts that was going in my mind when my foster brother was murdered, and to just give you some insight. And then you hear the end of why I wrote the poem, to kind of give you guys an insight. I don't want to talk to no Muslims, and I don't want to talk to no Christians. All I know is that somebody killed my foster brother, so why should I ask for forgiveness? And the devil, he's in my head, and he's like, ooh, you probably should try to go get him. And it's hard to go to my neighbors or the cops because they consider that snitching. Nigga. Who left my brother's body decomposing on unforgivable concrete? Maybe this will be the first time I try weed and let Jose Cuervo do a pull-up on the brim of this red cup. Maybe I should have kerosene and gasoline clinking in the trunk with the gun imprinted on my thigh. Why? When my brother died, it felt like gallons of alcohol being poured into the gash. I think I should probably ask the EMT that when my brother was dying, did he choke on his own blood? Or while he was dying, did he cough his mother's name? And in the flame, I probably should ask the devil, this would be the first time I ask him for a creative writing session. Or maybe to tell him that it's okay for his demons to hack my synapses. Or maybe it's okay to tell Lucifer's girlfriend to pour me a cocktail that feels like the nails is interior decorating on my soul. Whoa. When this all happened, I didn't want to talk to no Muslims and I didn't want to talk to no Christians. All I know is that somebody killed my foster brother, so why should I ask for forgiveness? And the devil, he's in my head and he's saying, ooh, you probably should try to go get him. And don't try to go to the cops. You can't go to the neighbors either because that's considered snitching, nigga. As I stand over the casket, it felt like cinder blocks was dangling from my ACLs. I mean, this is the first time revenge is starting to feel like a lukewarm compound. Righteousness is starting to be projectiles that's being shot through my rib cage. This is the first time I can really say to myself, to my mom, Mom, this should not really be in the poem. These evil syllables should have been airborne from a cushion from a therapist's couch. That's ouch. So I'm gonna leave the listeners with this. When you're from Philly and somebody kills your brother and you don't respond, you feel like a bitch. Well, I didn't want to talk to no Muslims and I didn't want to talk to no Christians. All I know is that somebody killed my foster brother. And so why should I have to ask for forgiveness? And when this all happened, the devil was really in my head and he was like, ooh, you should probably try to go get him. And I know there's some young black men that's in jail today because they did go on that mission. Thank you so much.
Yes.
That
Wow.
was powerful.
Wow.
That was wow.
Oh, wow.
Thank you.
And like that was just the manner in which you say it is just it was just equal part all night. It's just been equal parts bars at performance, which I really appreciate as a performer.
Migos line had me going like, ooh, okay.
Definitely. The imagery is always amazing too. Like I love when you guys come here, like your style too is very like you're such a storyteller.
Oh, it's such a storyteller, yeah.
It's such a great style. So thank you so much, Ambition. And make sure you gotta want to know more about Ambition. Go over to the Rose Garden events, check out the second episode of season 2 of the J Rose Experience.
We're gonna
Hey, Rose, can you tell them what else is coming up in December for you right now?
I forgot about that. So if you are in the tri-state area, you're anywhere near New York, and you can make it out to an in-person event and you want to get on a stage, I am hosting the 2-year anniversary of the Rose Garden Events platform. It's going to be a showcase. And yes, Ambition is one of our featured artists on the lineup.
I'm breaking a bottle. Let's go.
We got a crazy lineup. We got MCs, dancers, we got DJs, all that.
Dang, that sounds amazing.
Sorry. So if you're far, I'm sorry. But if you're anywhere near New York, definitely hit me up for the info so you can pull up.
Oh, yeah. I got family up there, so I just like.
He's like, I'm getting on a plane.
No, we'll all do these things. We'll see each other when we're safe, y'all. But no, everybody, make sure you go see Ambition. Make sure you follow the guy. Let's follow our girl J Rose and keep it blessed and whatnot for all of these events and things coming and flowing and growing, if I do say so myself.
Yes.
So I'm thinking we should get right into, round 2. But before that, I think we have a word from our sponsors.
Yes, quick word from our sponsors. And then we'll be back with a round 2. Be right back.
Jay, B-A-D-A, I rap every day, make it look so easy.
From the artist that brought you the debut solo album Gemini comes a new EP. Jay Bada presents his sophomore solo project titled Indian Summer, The Prologue. Written and produced during one of the most unique and impactful years of our existence, 2020. Check out this EP full of good intentions, positive lyrics, and a unique flow. Listen from your favorite streaming platform today. For more music from Jay Bada, follow him on IG at Jay Bada Music.
Yay! Shout out to Jay Bada. Can you guys hear me good? Is my mic okay? Y'all hear me good?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Okay, yeah. Shout out to Jay Bada, dope lyricist, producer. He does a lot of amazing things. Thank you for supporting our platform by sponsoring our platform. Thank you. But yeah, let's keep it going. Let's keep it going. I'm trying to think of like what to do for round 2. I'm kind of like in a certain zone right now. If y'all don't know, I do write erotic poetry. So that is kind of my thing.
It's new to me.
So I'm gonna do a little sexy piece because I just been kind of in that zone lately. So
let's hear y'all for Jay Rose.
If you got children listening, tell them to put their earmuffs on. Well, no, this ain't too bad. This is actually pretty good. And I think I'm finished with this piece, Leah. So I think you'll be happy.
Woo! It's lit.
Okay. So this piece is titled Mindfuck. What's going on here? Y'all loud. Okay. So a sapiosexual is someone who is sexually attracted to a person's intellect or their mind before their appearance. I'm a sapiosexual, which means my arousal arises when I cross paths with an intellectual. So it was inevitable that I'd hunger for the slices of your thoughts that are most delectable. I want to lick between the crevices of your brain matter while you rub your fingers on my pink matter, because baby, I know it's more than your brains that matter. It's your brain that matters. And you know nothing turns me on more than mind strokes of thought-provoking conversations that hit deep into my sweet spot. I want to straddle your cerebrum like a seat of consciousness, waking up every cell in your body as I rub my curiosity against the ripples of your cortex, dripping my theory of relativity all over your thoughts of ecstasy equals my cum squared, because every time we have a conversation, you reach deep into the root of my brainstem and baby, I come there. Let me slip on your pre-thoughts while you run your fingers through my hair, causing my heart to beat harder and my legs to shake faster. You'd think I was possessed. Baby, just show me your mind and I'll show you mine, colliding our minds, exploding like mines. Show me your Big Bang Theory and I'll show you galaxies' thighs dripped in Milky Way skies. Thank you. That is my voice.
Ooh, I like that.
All right. All right. Don't get too.
That was
okay.
amazing.
That was amazing. I agree. That was amazing. I love that poem so much for so many reasons. It's again, like Dara and I said multiple times tonight, it's one of those poems where like, wait, did she say that the first time I heard it? Because, you know, it's just like, I was just like, she said, what about who? It was just,
I think I like to play words just as much as myself.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
That was great, Jay. That was great.
Self-love is the best love.
That was wonderful. That was our girl, Jay Rose. We got the other sister in the building. All the the commentaries here. You got all the fans up in the mix here, including me.
They my family now.
All right. So let's see who's on the schedule tonight.
All right, who's up next? Let's go. Round two.
Well, let's look on. Oh wait, I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna do something. I'm up next, and then we're gonna continue going from there. I almost forgot to announce myself. All right, so I'm gonna do something quick, and then we'll get into round two. Except the joke is on you because it's not gonna be quick because I am Leah V and my poems are long. So I'm gonna go ahead and get right into it. This piece, I have to do this piece because my mom is watching out in Virginia with my niece, her granddaughter, Alejandra. And it's significant for me because when I first performed it, when I was visiting my brother, it just really hit him that it was a poem about Gonzalez woman, and she is a Gonzalez woman. So it's just nice seeing it come full circle. But all right, enough talking. There's enough words in the poem. All right. So this piece is called Doncellas. All of the maids in Manhattan, Siamese twinned together and robotically moving in unison, doncellas like rockets kicking dust and dead socks up. All of those merry maids on the move, ducking and weaving through recently renovated linoleums. All those thick tongues so they stay silent unless they're back on the block ladies, the ones in plain sight who hide from ridiculous rights. All them fuck a Mr. Cleaner, this be Miss Conspicuous, spotless goddess, those warriors never stamped who hardly stands a chance, the women sealed in sacrifice in order to well round our existence, I swear only they compare. You put my mother, my sister, and me in an untouched library, laced with lice, stained with dye, soiled tie, stained dye, oversized rust hidden in undersized pus. The whole room sus just watch as we navigate that war. Watch the divinity of Fabulosa all over crooks and crevices, miraculous miracles as unmesses. Watch the gleam team reign supreme on the pledge floor scheme. Watch as Tito Puente moves mama into magician mode as she decodes furniture, creates centerpieces of broken wreaths, grandiose displays of paper clips and papers dipped in scraps of used notebooks. And watch as she arranges too many instruments she knows will pivot in palms as she salsas all over my father, all over Willie Colon. She never misses a beat. Suddenly, the most convoluted space makes neat. She sees things crowd and creates crowns, puts it down with the cluster. Now watch as we shift to my sister as she musters all things suddenly luster. As she thrusts dust into bluster. She's got boil marinating. She's washing clothes while cooking, spitting Biggie while hooking pots to their places, making space in all napes. And Amy serenades me as I move mountains to mop tops. We're all prancing, creating backdrops, debating articles, recalling chronicles of when we had less, when it was buses and frozen meals because mommy worked overtime because Aita made 2 more humankinds. We've been trained as caregivers, soldiers of servitude. I swear my mother will suggest the shirt off her back after forcing upon you a baked goods attack. I've seen my sister take out the last of what she had, place it on a plate, and yelled, "Eat it," in my face. And this keeping of house, it makes me reflect. It makes me depict my ancestors. Calloused, corroded, singing sweetness, cutting sweet steaks along the island, all the same. Now, when they were colonized by Spain, followed by good old American Joe, when the sand between their toes felt less free than it had before, when they struggled with the sounds of uncertain, closed curtain, illogical Ingles, when they began to change the way they dressed, when they didn't realize as citizens they remained oppressed, when they were sexualized and used, labeled stupid yet pursued, when San Juan became the Bronx and the back door became the front, did they ever imagine? Did they ever think? It could be our floors we scrubbed, our very own tiles rubbing past the falsified foreign identity of Mrs. Liberty wearing Uggs past that D train toward us. We hold magic. Anything you can do, we can do bleeding. Anything you can do, we can do beating eggs for entire elaborate guest lists of our own meetings. The men make space for us in our era. In nuestra familia, the patriarchy moves aside that wage gap and cares for us even when we can't move aside our pride to ask. My father worships the woman he wed. They act as a unit so fluid that I've learned to not tell one without expecting the other to address the cover with me directly. But the roles they hold reek of respect. We never neglect the needs of one another because we know we're stronger together than alone, and fighting white America as a whole been the goal. Since 18, we took it to the polls, and we took it to the other polls, the ones that hold palms as you walk upstairs. Meet Aliyah, don't forget that spot over there, my mother reminds me. We've been cleaning. It's been in our blood to scrub. They call me a spick, and I scrub that. Compare me to Sofia Vergara, and I scrub that. Listen, my tongue contains multitudes. My linguistic skill is overused. I does that. Gonzalez woman hit you with the English, Spanish, Spanglish, Latin roots, all while hovering over hot food. We bounce back. We cater, we carry, we clean, we never concede, and we attack eloquently. So it's best you let ourselves out of that box before we break out. We got numbers. Largest growing population in New York City. So build your wall, and our Lysol disinfectant wipes will ruin by rubbing you off, and then we'll walk past collegiate aisles all educated and dedicated to our people. But what do I know? I'm just a New Eurekan chick on all fours on the floor, not being able to answer my Saint Mother's call saying, when's the last time you got that corner of the hallway? We've been cleaning. We hold magic. We stem from soil. My mother, the sun, and my sister, the water. So watch me make corruption weep. Watch as we seep into society. Watch as I blossom into my father's wildest dreams. Que bonita bandera. We sing as we clean. Clean, clean. Thank you, guys.
Yeah.
I love
I just wish I could
Oh
hug
my
you right
God.
now.
I'm looking at stories. Good.
I was
Oh,
getting
my
emotional.
I know.
Yeah,
I can
it's
feel
like
it.
it gets harder every time. It's just like I wrote it at a time, obviously, when my father was alive. But it's not about my dad. He's a sideline character, much to his dismay at the time. He likes being front and center like me. But you know, I reflect upon these things, and it's bittersweet. I'm like, you know, you just reflect upon these things. It's just bittersweet. But thank you guys so much for hearing me out. Let's get into round 2, though. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling?
Love you.
Oh, look at my whole family commenting.
Oh yes.
Oh, my heart. Okay, I love you guys, but this isn't about me. Let's keep it going and flowing. And growing and moving. All right, let's keep it going. All right, y'all. It's been a great night so far. We're gonna keep it going. AC still in the building. AC, how about we get Dara on deck? AC, can you kick us off and we get Dara on deck? How's that sound?
Awesome.
Okay. Yeah, I would.
All right, give it up for AC Lightning, y'all.
Let's go, AC. Let's go.
Yo, y'all have me stuck between doing a poem with straight up bars and
Oh my.
erotic poetry. So yeah. However, I'm gonna do this poem because I haven't done this in a minute. I've done this on here, so I'm gonna do this poem. It's called Art in My Blood because I have art running through my veins. So yeah. I feel my blood rushing through my veins. The hair on my skin stand the tension like they going to war. My throat feel like it's about to get all choked up. It's time to turn my blood to ink, my words into bullets. My thoughts serve as the clip holders for every shot I plan on taking. One for depression, one for getting through tough times, one for rejection, one for those who gave me attitude, one to talk about God's light, the years of peer pressure, me going out here fighting, bullets lined up for his prime target. This is lyrical warfare, with bullets pop in the air and these words don't play fair. This that step on some toes kind of mindset. The shock of me using my words as weapon sends riptides in the water. Being an artist, being an artist is like an ice glacier. Some think you have it all at the top as if it comes easy, but you don't swim deep into these cold waters where you have to see how I deal with not being good enough or being overlooked, not being respected. Some folks want to get crazy in the comments, but I could get destructive and riled like a comet. But you don't get it. You've never been in my predicament, so how would you understand? I'm gonna recalibrate your alphabets. Some don't think I'm an A, so they push me like a second option like a B. They want to skip my song, pass me around like a CD. I'm that NWA, ninja with the attitude. If you thought I was an easy E, I'm gonna show you how I'm a real mother F and G. Boy, I'm not the one for the games. You want metaphors or puns? Wait till you see how I land mine. I be in the ring with words, trying to find ways I could punch lines. You know how I got these scars? I survived. I had to take people out who thought I was a joker because they don't know why I'm so serious. Some don't understand. Artists are just as human. I bleed just like the way you bleed. Why are you trying to judge the color of my blood? Difference is I was broken down, put back together, molded from all these criticisms that was set to disintegrate me. You can't cut me like I got alligator skin. That adrenaline rush you say is crazy, that's the butterflies in my stomach where I tell my story. I bring my flesh on stage, presented like a sacrificial lamb. I welcome everyone to this burnt offering. Our job as artists is to take our minds into our dreams, dive into our subconscious like a playful flashback, use the words of our heart, paint you this picture of our realities. At times, I feel like crap. When I clock out of work, think about going home and get some rest in, or how I can't go to sleep 3 a.m. till I write down these rhymes. Folks don't get the thoughts that run through my mind. Some women don't get my grind, so it'll be hard to have a lady by my side. They don't care about any of my lines. They just want to know if I can give them that pipe. But between that, I'm getting squeezed with the cares of this world. Same time, making sure I memorize these words that if someone's not feeling me, sometimes you have to ignore it. When you get bad news, you gotta push them tears. I stand on stage as I close my eyes. I hear doubt racing through my head like the speed of light. It's hard to remind myself I'm gonna be all right. I had to perform the same day that my father died. You don't know my pain. You want to air your opinions like you the man. Want to think you know it all. I see through your lies like a hologram. Coming up with words isn't breezy. Being an artist isn't easy. If it was, a lot more people would be good at it. And being an artist, you're giving a piece of yourself on stage. So don't be surprised if you see the dripping blood trails coming from my heart. Sometimes you gotta perform now and then cry later. Don't judge the book by its cover. Next time, sit down, open it up, and read a few pages. Ace.
Yo.
Wow. Wow.
Open it up. Read a few pages.
Read a few pages.
Says
We
lady
didn't
with
say
the
that.
attitude.
Yo,
I can't believe you made me go behind that.
I'm like, should I do a random piece because they did one, or should I spit some balls? I know ambition, and that's whole did ones. I'm like, yo, y'all had me do the ball. So,
Yes, we appreciate you and everything you do, AC. Thanks for being with us this magical, majestic evening. We appreciate you. We got to keep it moving and grooving now. We got a lineup left for round 2. It's looking like we got a new contender in the building. Is that a Miss Nora Azasi?
Hey.
I saw it came from.
Hey, Nora girl.
I've been muted this whole time. What the fuck?
I was wondering what you were doing. I was like, is she good? Like,
Hi,
Nora.
It's been so long.
I love you. I miss
you too. I came through right when Leia was doing her piece, and I was like, every time that hit,
I miss your face. I miss your face.
Jay, I'm not gonna lie. I understand this is supposed to be like a beautiful thing, but it's a little scary.
Yeah, and she's like her nails in the camera.
She's like,
you know what it is? It's like a lot of people we've met we've met through virtually, you know, through like social media.
Yeah.
So, like, when I see the people that I actually like know, like personally, I'm like, I miss like your face. I miss giving you hugs. I miss
she wants to touch you like this.
Was this the weird stuff?
Yeah, that was the weird thing. This was the weird thing. No, it's all good. It's all good. We love your weirdness, Jay. Nothing is weird.
We know that it comes from a place of love.
All right. Let's keep it moving and grooving. We've got Dara coming to the stage. I believe we got Shandy on deck. So let's give it up for our girl, Dara, the community poet.
So tonight's just a night of me doing new stuff because apparently
flashing lights.
I know. We usually have more people though.
Do you have flashing lights behind
I
you?
do. I had to be special tonight.
I love it. I love it.
So this piece, at least for the moment, is titled Black. Black is both the absence of color and an amalgamatum of all the colors. Like the space where the gravity is so strong, nothing exists, is called black. But if you mix all the paints or colors over the same spot with all the crayons, you get black. Therefore, it's the absence and presence of all. Black must also be the beginning and end of all. Black is the comfort of the night where your tears can hide. Black is the coal that ignites the fire. Black creativity is birthed from the blackness of others' ire. Black is tired. Black people are tired. Black people are dying. Black people have yet to matter. Black finds vision. Black holes lack transparency and operate in opacity. Shadows and night limit one's sight, so forcing one to rely on touch and sound. No luminosity in black paint overtakes all other colors. You can't find the others within, and blackness is like multiplying anything with zero. You get zero. Blackness times anything equals blackness. Blackness births black babies, no matter the mate, which is unfathomable to cease. And see, black people were forced to live non-transparently if they wanted to live, if they wanted to survive, which means other lives had to have faith that what was shared was the honest truth and that they couldn't just outright see. Engaging blackness requires some sense. In fact, it requires the other five senses, faith being the greatest, and blackness requires too much faith that retribution won't blindside them when blinded, so blackness instead inspires fear. They just seem to scare folks like black holes and the blackest of nights do. Black is deemed scary, but black isn't scary, its power is. Black holes are the epitome of gravity. It attracts all to it. That power is scary. Black appears even when the crayons are missing, when the crayon is missing. Just mix enough and it appears, it manifests itself, and that powerful magic terrifies some. And the power lies inside the black shadow that cools when the sun burns furiously. Some would rather burn than be soothed in something unknown. And well, black people won't break because they too are powerful. Black holes are beautiful. Black crayons are beautiful. Black skies are beautiful. Black skin is beautiful. But black is still tired. Black holes are tired of sucking up trash. Black crayons are tired of neglect. Black Knights are tired of disapproval, and Black lives are tired of trying to convince anyone that they matter. Black is tired, but Black is always resilient. It is powerful. It can't and won't disappear or dissipate. It counters the darkness of light with the lightness of the dark. And no matter how tired Black is, it is here to stay.
I love this piece. Okay, Daddy.
That was a lot to unpack. That was a lot to unpack. That was a lot. The crayons and colors thing.
Yeah, those crayons. Yes.
When you think about it, you mix all the crayons, you get Black. That's
yes. It's manifesting.
No, it was beautiful. You had something. That was a lot to unpack. Thank you, Dara Girl. As always, we appreciate you. We love you. We honor you. Thank you for doing your thing with us. We love you so much.
I appreciate you guys. Thank you for making this platform.
We're gonna keep it moving and grooving. You make sure you follow our girl Dara. For anybody watching who hasn't been able to follow or just tuning in, let us know if you need anybody's information. Sign up. Go to the Rose Garden events page, sign up for text notifications, like the page so you can get all that info.
You got it down pat. And yes, make sure y'all follow because everybody in here is either constantly doing projects or has events and does their own has their own platform. So there's people here that they're not just here and they're not performing, like they do amazing big things for the community. So you definitely want to connect with everybody in this biz.
100%. Let's keep it moving and grooving on this magical Friday night. I'm thinking we have what I said before, Shandy coming to the mic.
Yes.
All right, so I'm thinking we put Daz on deck. But coming to the mic right now, let's give it up for the one, the only, the majestic Shandy the poet.
Thank you. You guys got me tossed up tonight too. I'm not sure what I want to do. I think I'm gonna do Dying to Love Her. And so this is a piece about Alzheimer's and my mom who suffers from it. And this is me speaking my truth. I'm dying to love her. Pieces of me falling to the wayside. My spirit broken, my heart ready to die. I'm tired, but sleep does not find me. Yet I can't focus on that now because it's not about me. I failed one before, let her slip through my fingers. I was too young for that weight on my shoulders. But I'm right back here again, just where I started. And why was I the chosen one? How did I get dealt the same hand? This pain I wish on no one. And it's bigger than anything you can imagine. Deeper than all the waters in the ocean. This thing is angry. And it spares no feelings. Her bewilderment and sadness tears my soul to pieces. And although I'm a fixer, I have no remedy for this. I shut down and chose not to feel anything amiss, not love or pain, not anger or sadness. There is no room for loneliness, for I'm in it alone. Whether I'm tired or weary, I must not feel anything for fear of breaking down, succumbing to uncontrollable screams I hear in my head all around, screams that may one day rise from the pit of my stomach to regurgitate the pain buried so deep. It would be a scream so egregious, and I shudder to think about the sound I would make. I shudder just to think about the sound. Afraid to cry because I will open the floodgates and every levee will be broken. And I push everyone away so they don't feel obligated to carry my burden. This is my cross to bear, my sins to be reckoned. And I must stand tall even when she chops me down, insults my integrity, gives her love away to undeserving souls. Yet I must bite the bullet because it's not about me. I am willing to be the sacrifice because she gave up her life for me when I could depend on no one. She was there. When I could tell no one my truth, she was my air, even if she didn't want to hear, even when I wanted to self-destruct and didn't want anyone there. She was my anchor, my rock. She was always there. And I do not look forward to the day she looks at me and doesn't know my name or who I am. I am not prepared. But I will be there to be her anchor, wrap my arms around her when she's afraid, take her hands in mine when she can't find the way, put away my tears, my feelings, my hurt, my anger when she lashes out at me, demeaning my sense of worth. I will treasure every moment. I can steal a glimpse of my mom that shows up just every now and then. For these moments are mine to keep. And I'm dying to love her because it's not about me. I'm dying to love her with every part of me. That's that piece.
Sandy, you always rip my heart out of my chest.
Love it.
Leah, you're muted.
Oh.
Sorry.
Good luck now, Jay. I said that really had me in my feelings.
My gosh, thank you.
Thank you for that. You guys make sure you follow our girl Shanti. We love you,
Love
girl.
you guys, like all of you.
We're gonna keep it moving and grooving. We have a couple people who joined us that we're gonna throw in at the end of our lineup. But coming to the mic right now, we've got our guy Ambition the Poet on deck, but coming to bless the mic once more with passion. Let's give it up for Doc.
So I got one of my favorite pieces here I'm gonna do. It's called Rainfall. It's a very sensual piece. Very close to the heart. If I can find it. Found it. Okay. So here it goes. Sitting here feeling the morning sun, thinking back on opportunities lost and victories won, inhaling an earthly herb to intensify the mental rewind that has begun, I watch the peaceful summer raindrops fall, feeling the sudden vibration on my hip. I feel your call. I see your beauty appear on my screen, so I take a mental pause of the sensations you give me. No, your cautiousness is what gets me. It's your consciousness that lifts me. And thinking of you just kiss me has me anxious with sweat dripping. While against my face, I can feel the mist of the rain ribbon as the steam rises. Thoughts of you make my senses heighten. You are my addiction. You are my love's cocaine. You make my iris whiten. You are my liveliness. The gaze from your touch across the skin makes my tendons tighten. You are my light, a ray of sunshine in my life. With you, my days are brightened as I feel the warm summer mist from the rain glide down my skin, initiating the reminiscing sense of us interlocked in melanin to melanin, thinking of all the things we've done in the past. I can only dwell in the reflections of my sensual inception. I might as well be selling sin. But back to cooling here, feeling the warm breeze, thinking about friendships that faded away and those that still breathe, re-aspiring more green vegetation so my memories can conceive. I watch the soothing summer raindrops drip, feeling another vibration on my hip. Again, seeing your face on my screen, I slip into a sensual trip as the mixtures of the climate and thoughts marked private make my senses become equipped. It switches the images within my memories. The humid air has me thinking of our sexual tendencies, and it gently blows on my skin like your breath against my face. The soft impressions are sending me into a familiar state, reminding me of our sensual missions. The rain blowing so fast and too slow, reminding me of our many positions as a staggered, continuous stop and go, reminding me of our sexual transitions. It's finally revealing its purpose behind this flow, but binding me behind this pleasurable partition. I can only gaze into the vast distance, my vision blurred, every droplet bringing up the memory of things occurred, causing my thoughts to lose focus, my temple wanting to do certain verbs, which can't be said because those are explicit, intimate words. But still I chill here, feeling the calm within the atmosphere, thinking back to the times of sadness accompanied by tears, and the moment of laughter and fun that brought life cheer, breathing in the intoxicating botanical to reach the depths of my mind where memories cohere. I watch the tranquil raindrops descend, feeling the final vibrations on my hip. I know this vibe will soon end. Seeing your face upon my screen, wishing you were here, but that's only pretend. Listening to the rain fall, bruising the asphalt. I hear the echo of the rain sound as it dribbles. I can feel the control of my urges starting to cripple. Memories of affection beginning reflection as vivid projections start to ripple. Remembering those nights when I would take you home. Looking at your phone, you wouldn't happen. Looking at your body, I wouldn't happen. Whispering in my ear, you would rap, and taking off your clothes, I would unwrap. Hearing you moan when I would tap, wanting me to go slow, you would tap. Feeling your derriere, I would slap, and feeling my aggression, you would slap. And when the momentum diminishes and the moment finishes, we can finally lie back. Laying next to me on my lap, you were napping. Laying next to you, I was playing, you're napping. Beautiful memories of sexual haps and mishaps. But for now, within my recollections, you must remain and wander. Eagerly waiting for the rainfall to include thoughts of you I can only ponder. The yearning for your presence grows stronger. The blissful rainfall seems longer. My horror begins to somber. So relaxing here, listening to the droplets pounding the pavement, as the environment ravels in its perfect placement, as my mental notions breaches the cerebral encasement due to the effects of medicinal fragrance, thinking about how and who we were and to how and who we've become. I watch the harmonious raindrops drum, feeling the vibration on my hip as I read the text from you that has come. It says, "Come back to bed, baby, I miss you." Remembering that you have been here all along and I have been lost in the sensual rain, recalling memories of you across my psychological plane. So I leave the cozy summer rainfall blown by the soft streaming airstreams as it gleams due to the sun's warm beams to return to the woman who encompasses my memories and dreams. And that's you. That's in peace.
Ooh. Barsy, bars.
Bar.
That was fire. That was fire. That was a lot, and that was a lot to unpack in there.
Oh, is this the magic?
What? Somebody realized the Great Stigma's here, huh?
Yes, it was on. Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for blessing us, Doris. We appreciate you. Thank you for being with us.
Tuning in from again?
I am tuning in from Atlanta, Georgia right now.
ATL.
Georgia.
Yeah.
I just missed you. I was out. I have to make another trip to ATL and interview some more ATL.
Oh, yeah.
Fire down there.
Oh, yeah.
Let's bring virtual voices down south.
Congratulations on In Blue.
Yes. Yo, I saw somebody post it earlier, and I'm glad that they posted because I was like, yo, thinking the same thing. That a lot of people from up north moved down to Atlanta and like Georgia in the last few years. So that probably has played a big part as to why the state has turned blue, because we went down there and was like, this is what we're not going to do down here. Okay?
Definitely.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, who's to say? Whatever the reason, we're not going to fight it. All right, y'all. Let's keep it moving and grooving. We've got coming to the mic right now. We've got our guy Ambition the Poet. Following Ambition, we are gonna have Nora Oz, followed by the great Sigma. And Nora and Sir Balin, you can both do 2 pieces, but we're going to first begin this process with the one, the only Ambition the Poet.
I hear the crowds. I hear the crowds in New York going crazy. Y'all know that I'm a foster care poet, so I do this for the foster kids. So let's lighten it up. You know, the last poem was a little rough, so I want to tell y'all my story of finally being adopted. You know how I'm a storyteller. I want you guys to really understand that being adopted for me really changed my life, man. It was crazy. You're looking at somebody that was just out in the street, and there's so many people in New York City, Jersey, so many cities across America of kids that never got a chance to be adopted. And so I was one of those children that was and had a good ending to a bad start. I had to be 14 when I became an official member of my family. It all happened downtown Philly. Finally adopted. Even the pigeons in Philly are starting to be nice. The red robins are starting to chirp on the Ben Franklin Bridge. My smile that finally got a steroid, it felt like it started to crack my cheer legs. It took years to have somebody say that they love me. But these adoption papers would be the petals of my concrete roses. My life was like a ransacked coffin. And if the human race is a bunch of soil, then this foster kid is the Homo sapiens finding its lost mineral. Thank you for letting your angel shovel stacks of happiness into my dormitory. How could this foster kid went from saying thank you, Jesus, but when I used to harbor self-hatred, and that was the wiring to my garble explosions. You see, God had my family curse start to sew the flag of independence to my temple. I hate myself was a rusted label that dangled from my forehead skin. Yo, my leftover hurt was crammed in Tupperware. You'd be surprised on how many depression sandwiches I had to eat. But this day, I'm finally adopted. You see, I knew that God with sanctified gloves synthesized my dogma. I never knew love had thrusters, and that the spirit of my foster mother will hover over my heart for eternity. And for those that don't understand, how can I say this to y'all? Being adopted feels like a championship where you hold the trophy, but your teammates are kayaking in champagne. Honestly, though, I saw myself as a toddler corpse with motionless Chuck Taylors. But this day, I'm feeling like the slobbering on the clouds, daydreaming in the courtroom. I'm reciting Biggie lyrics while in the back seat of a Jay-Z's Maybach. My name changes, crown covered in cookies and creams. I really do love briars. When I was a kid, nobody wanted me, but my new mom said, love myself for being alive and tell the devil that he is a liar. Tell the world that being adopted is a heaven choir singing Marvin Sapp, I believe, while the angels are lighting candles, bobbing their head to Kirk Franklin, the way I stomp on the devil's fingers. Thank you, God, for letting me escape my childhood demons who thought the best way to kill this future foster poet was through attempted murder. Only I couldn't keep these memories captive in a locket. So my ministry is for the foster kids. So I thought today I shared the poem on the day I finally got adopted. Thank you.
Woo! I love that you speak on this. It's just such a unique experience, and it really is a unique experience. It's not something I know Jay and I have been hosting for a long time now, and it's not something I've ever, really heard somebody speak about firsthand the way that you speak about it. So it's like a different type of accessibility you're providing us and everybody, and it's beautiful. It's something else that the public has to hear. So thank you.
I love it too, because I feel like even through this journey in this creative community, I've learned that a lot of people that I personally know have been adopted, which I didn't know this obviously when I first met them. So like knowing this about people that I'm actually close to, and then like hearing you be their voice, because they don't talk about it on stage.
Their poetry or their art, they won't.
No, it just comes up in like personal conversations, but to have you come on stage and be like a voice for like people I personally know as well, like I just think that's such a beautiful thing. So thank you so much for coming through and doing that.
For sure. Yes, for sure, for sure. That was our guy, Ambition the Poet. We're gonna keep it moving and grooving. We've got the great Sigma slash Balin on deck, but coming to the mic right now. You guys put your hands together for our girl, the one, the only, the wondrous and lovely Miss Nora Oz.
Yay! Norita.
What's up? Can you hear me okay?
Yeah, we can hear you. You could, you could be a little louder.
Okay, here we go. I wrote this poem in honor of Fannie Lou Hamer, and I had to listen to a speech she did, and I took quotes from her speech and put them in my poem. So I'm gonna just do this for y'all real quick. And the prompt was given to me by the lovely Dara when I was in her workshop. And when she said, I study political science, and with the Electoral College, our vote doesn't really count. So what's the point? My ears burned fire, and my back seared red with the memories I've inherited from your words. 18 of us traveled 26 miles to attempt to register to be first class citizens. We've inherited the right to walk across the street to make our thoughts known. We've inherited the right to legally fight local blockades. We sprint because Hamer nailed down the coffin you claim you don't have power over, and you can't see it. The way the icy hold of master's grip is eliciting you to bend to the whip that claims your voice is a whisper on the crashing wave of their prejudice privilege. Did you readily answer when they ask, can you say, yes, sir, nigga? From your jail cell of institutionalized repression, restriction, racism that you help sustain with the oil of your educated thoughts. First Negro prisoner ordered me by orders from the state highway patrolman for me to lay down on a bunk bed on my face. And I laid on my face. The first Negro began to beat, and I was beat by the first Negro until he was exhausted. We are exhausted from the beating of lessons that are twisted to the foundations of these institutions we are forced to invest in for our future. Because without them, it's claimed we are nothing. So please, exhausted sister, stop building those blocks around your voice. Stop accepting those lumps on your voice, letting them hit against each other, damaging your message each time you speak. In lieu of this beat down, work your feet. Let's change this beat. From down to up rhythm, we're using our inherited vision, ancestor encouraged to establish the political parties that were systematically burned under the dream deferred of integration. We are owed this. We own this. And don't let them ever teach you that's not true. They will bleed you and call it education, but Fanny's trying to teach you infiltration starts with the mind. To break the spirit, convincing the voice it never had words at all. We question our ancestors' words as we sit in front of whitewashed textbooks. They made us question our ancestors' words. Because that strength is embedded in us. A president feared a sharecropper's voice. And now we huddle in corners over followers. They taught us to question our voice and called it higher thinking.
Mm.
All this on account that we want to register to become first class citizens. That's that piece.
Yes.
Yes, Nora girl. Speak that.
You like leave me at the edge of my seat when you perform, like, cause I just be waiting, like, wait, especially when you slow it down, I'd be like, what is she gonna say next?
Yeah. Very, very poignant pauses and whatnot. You know, you feel that.
Facts.
Thank you.
That was amazing, Nora girl. We love you. Thank you so much for sharing with us.
He's got another piece for us.
Am I doing another piece?
Yes.
Yeah, one more, please.
Okay, here we go. Okay. Do we want to go sexy or self-love?
You, girl, don't ask me.
Self-love.
Thank you, Leah. I'm like, I don't know. Okay, this one's called Love Songs. I always find myself singing love songs passionately to myself while imagining it's him singing them to me. But in actuality, what I need is to sing love songs passionately to myself and mean it. Sing to myself to send me your location so I can find a time and place to come through, to find my heart so I can start to focus on me. Find myself looking in the mirror, reprimanding my destructive nature like, ain't you scared to lose her? The joyous, carefree, eclectic black fairy that people tell me lights up rooms with her smile, and sometimes I feel her too. Let me focus on you. Giving myself the smoke break I deserve, slow it down to reconsider that I'm as beautiful as I tell people. Let myself actually make it from faking it, listening to juke jams while reminding myself I'm bigger than my Instagram and the only place I need to look for love is right here. Because when I scream out, wait, to stop the ache that I'm not good enough from pulling me in fourths, equally indecisive at the prospect of missing out on hypotheticals. Wait, that indecisive angst doesn't love you like I love you. Wait, they don't love you like I love you. But every time it goes, I just bring the pain back, distrusting my words, a liar spinning Rumpelstiltskin's gold, so pure I admire it, strangle myself by it so the truth won't come out. But my true self demonically dancing is telling our secrets. Did you hear? That I pretend to care about others because my indifference would be judged, and I smile so large so my teeth will blind you while I rob you of well wishes and blessings to feed myself. Didn't you hear? That growl, disguised as a purr, will lay you out neck bare. I didn't have to fight to strip your soul to the bone of depravity. Did you hear? Don't get too near, for there's lions beware. And it's why I can't bear to stare at the mirror without poison on my breath. If I didn't have this spider web, I'd call me back. Didn't want to hurt dear love of my life, but on my way down. Before I hit and down, whisper, we ain't picture perfect, but we worth the picture still. Crooked smile, gap-toothed wild child who painted her nails in 56 degrees on grass yards in the suburbs, dancing in restaurants between tables like no one is there, bike riding from Crown Heights to Coney and back again for the right party with the right friends, watching BBC Pride and Prejudice with popcorn and wine, watching 3-hour Bollywood marathons, cliff jumping between camp counseling, expressing my interest in lap dances and kisses, finishing a bottle of vodka and not throwing up, dancing on bars, singing my out-of-tune heart out, 2 bachelor's degrees, 1 master's degree, educated Black queen. Ooh, I think I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Inseparable. Kissing my stretch marks and regrets. Making love to my pussy and my pain. Praising my accomplishments and mistakes. Accepting them. Because she is the truth. Yeah, she is so true. And I love the way she makes me feel. And if I am a reflection of her, then I must be fly, 'cause her light, it shines so bright.
I love you, Norita.
That was amazing, Nor girl.
Oh my gosh. I love when you sing too.
It was great. I loved all the song titles. It was very original. I felt that. Mommy. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for popping in. We love you,
Yes,
girl.
make sure y'all follow Norma Oz. She be doing the damn thing too with some virtual open mics on IG. Her man, like y'all just over here doing the damn thing.
All right. Let's keep it moving and grooving. We've got V pops in the building. We're on Diggity Death V, but coming to the mic right now. You know we got to give it up for the Great Sigma.
Yay!
There we go. Hey, I've been having a bit of a rough time, so I thought I'd try and do something a little bit fun for you guys. I hope you can see.
Yes,
that show up on camera.
Yeah, is that like a man with special powers?
Yeah. So I've been going through a bunch of job interviews and fighting with health insurance, so I've been kind of in the dumps. And I found this cartoon from the '90s. There was actually a little bit before I was old enough to be interested in it, but this is from a cartoon called Skeleton Warriors, and I ordered all these different cards, and I got the heroes who all look like that on there, and these are transparent too. It's kind of cool.
Oh, that's cool.
And as soon as I ordered these guys, this guy is actually the villain, and so the heroes, like you can see, they all have they're all good guys. They're mostly fleshy looking, but the villains in the show, what makes them the villains and what makes the show, or at least gives the show its namesake, is they are skeleton warriors.
Oh my gosh. How'd you do that?
In fact, the normal characters in the show, if they get caught by this guy, they will turn into skeletons as well.
Oh, sugar. So cool.
She said, "Oh, sugar." Hilarious.
All right, I just had a little bit of fun. I got a little bit more, but I thought I'd do something with that. I'm gonna do one more magic thing, and I'll read a poem too, if that's all right.
Yes.
That sounds amazing.
Excellent. All right. Have I shown you guys this? This is done with 4 cards. Have you guys seen this?
No.
Okay. All right. So this is done with 4 cards, and this time to keep it simple, they're all the same card. They're all the 7. On the back, they look like this. So they're all red cards. Well, actually, I told a bit of a fib. One of them is a little bit different. It's blue, and it's actually the 7 of clubs. So if we take out the 7 of clubs, and I'll put it over here. We have just 1, 2, and 3, 7 of hearts. We can actually do. You can take and rub one of the 7 of hearts on the 7 of clubs, and it changes.
If you rub it, oh.
So it's not quite as different as it was before. So in order for it to be the same difference as it was before, either this will have to change back to the 7 of clubs, or each one of these.
What?
7 of clubs. So now, of course, all we really have to do is make a change. Just take our one different card and put it back in the middle, and you end up right back where you started.
Oh my God! What the?
Of course, I could do it the other way. We just give it a little rub like that.
Give it a little rub.
And then you'll see
Oh,
there's-
what a rub.
What the? Whoa! Oh my God!
Huh? And again, you just put it back in the middle. End up with your one different card. Although that's not really quite where I started. I actually started with 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, each being the 7 of hearts. All right, I'm gonna do a little poetry.
That was phenomenal.
That was amazing.
I don't think I have like the hand coordination to make that happen. Just so you know.
That was good. That was so good.
Let's hear what you got, Balin. That was amazing.
All right,
Yes.
this is an older piece, so but yeah, so I'm gonna go with a little bit older piece. This is Checkmate. Checkmate. How did it come to this? I don't know. It was a shitstorm and a tempest ago. It's hard to tell through the fog. Take it backwards, step by step, move by move. On guard. I leave my best piece open, wear my heart on my sleeve, though I'd say you do the same, but you hide it rather well. How could I expose my love so easily? Let myself be vulnerable. Check. Trusting in God did me no good. Rook takes bishop. Have faith. Bishop takes pawn. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Pawn forward 2. Need time to think. What to do next? Pawn takes knight. I couldn't see. It was dark. You can't really blame me, can you? Night out. Thought it could be fun. Get away from it all. Yeah, right. Rook takes pawn. My wall has crumbled, hewn by scars and raised by needles and knives. Rook takes pawn. Where were my friends when I needed them? God help me. Rook takes pawn. One can only take so much. I know now under a pile of straw that it will not be a blade of grass that falls last, but an anvil. Rook takes pawn. This seems redundant. Did I miss something? Are these memories really mine? It seems as if I'm viewing my life from behind a pane of glass. Am I in the cage now, or was I then? Rook takes pawn. Everything happens for a reason. If that's true, please tell me what it is.
I love it. You're such a phenomenal writer, my friend.
Well, thank you.
Yes, please make sure that you guys follow the great Sigma. He's out here doing magic tricks. He's out here writing magical poetry. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Leah, okay, Leah, we stepped away for a moment, but yes, my son says that he thinks you're a magician, and you are correct, my friend. So my son is probably one of everybody's biggest fans because every time somebody gets off the stage, he says that was fire. Thank you so much. All right, we're gonna keep it moving and grooving. We have one more performer for the open mic, and then we'll say good night a little bit early tonight. We've all had a pretty rough, long week. We've had a rough, long year. So, going home a little early is never a bad thing. But here is one of our frequent flyers. We missed you. Welcome back. Can we do a sound check? Make sure that we can hear you, V.
Okay, can you hear me?
Oh, perfect. Yes. Okay. So without further ado, please welcome our friend V. Yay!
Hi, y'all. So my name's V, and I'm gonna do a piece of mine that is one of my favorites. It's kind of an older poem. Really, it's a song. It's called Dysphoria. So quick, pre to the poem. This is about gender dysphoria, which is something that's experienced in trans people whenever, like, your body doesn't line up with your gender identity and stuff. So I am non-binary, and I use they, them pronouns. And I get gender dysphoria sometimes. Okay. I feel like an outsider in my skin. I feel like an alien in my body. And I got super strong anxiety, 'cause these things on my chest put me in distress. I am such a mess. I am so depressed, and I'm drowning in dysphoria. Drowning. I'm drowning in dysphoria. Drowning. And there are no lifeguards around me. And I'm still drowning. Drowning in dysphoria. Ooh. Every time someone ignores my pronouns, I die a little more inside. And every time someone uses my dead name, I cry myself to sleep at night. And every time someone makes fun of my gender identity, or says it doesn't exist, I get another red line on my wrist. I feel like an outsider in my skin. I feel like an alien in my body. And I got super strong anxiety, 'cause these things on my chest put me in distress. I am such a mess. I am so depressed. And I'm drowning in dysphoria. Drowning. I'm drowning in dysphoria. Drowning. And there are no lifeguards around me. And I'm still drowning. Drowning in dysphoria. Ooh. My throat is closing up and I can't make a sound. My legs are being harshly dragged down. I'm thrashing wildly all around. Though I'm kicking upwards, I'm gaining no ground. I'm running out of air. My heart fills with despair. As my head starts to spin, I prepare one final attempt at a prayer. I can see the lights. I can see the lights. After living in such darkness, it feels so warm and bright. I start heading towards the light. It's such a beautiful sight. For once my body feels right. So I embrace the light, the light. I was drowning in dysphoria, drowning. I was drowning in dysphoria, drowning. There were no lifeguards around me, so I ended up drowning, drowning in dysphoria. That's it.
Woo! Hey, Dee, that was absolutely amazing. That Phoenix I see in the background there.
That was so good.
You're muted, girlfriend. There we go. I unmuted you. Oh, now you remuted you. I'll mute you again. What's happening? We're trying to do it at the same time, and it's not working.
No, you hang up first. No,
No, you hang up first. That was amazing, B. Thank you as always for sharing that powerful, poignant taste. We love you. That was absolutely amazing as always.
Yes.
Thanks for coming through. It's a late night for you.
I know, V. You usually out of here by now.
I had something before this, and that's why I haven't really been here. I have kind of a youth group type thing on Fridays. So it's actually like a gay youth group sort of thing. So like it's a thing for, but it's fun. So I've been there on Fridays instead of here, but I'm happy y'all were still going on because we get out at 9, so I was able to pop in here.
Yes, well, we're glad you made it, V.
We're glad you made it. We're glad you all made it. Thank you all so much for being here with us this evening. We appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts, all over the places you all come from. Thank you all for sharing your magic with us. You never know what to expect. I do love a poetry music night, a cappella, something powerful. We got some great signal at the end. We got some Nora Oz at the end. It was some heavy hitters all throughout. Thank you guys so much for joining us. We love you.
Yes. Thank you so much. I just want to say thank you again to you guys. Make sure that you follow myself and Leah V. You know, Leah's at Leah V Speaks. I'm at My Crumble Thoughts, or you can follow the Rose Garden events. Make sure you subscribe, turn on those notifications. You know, all that shit that they say in the YouTube videos. Do it. You know what to do.
All that.
Like, comment, share, and all that. I have a million things to plug, and I'm not gonna go through the lineup tonight. But make sure that you guys cop your Unblocked journal, and so that you can join us on the Unblocked challenge, and we'll be picking a winner at the next Virtual Voices random winner that will get a special gift from us. So,
Jay and I will be participating too. We won't get the gift, but we will be participating to get your challenge on.
Yes. We posted the rules and like how to enter the challenge on our pages. So
and look, Laura's got it too.
Yes, and there's time. You can order yours and get it before the next Virtual Voices that is on the 20th. We're doing this every first and third Friday. So stay tuned. Stay tuned. I believe our next feature is
Shamelo.
Shamelo Duran is our next feature. So pull up.
He's firefighter. He's a great producer. He's a great MC. Great poet. He works with Busta Rhymes in the past. He's got books. He's got merch. He's an all. Like he's a vet. He's one of the best to ever do it. So you guys definitely don't want to miss that feature.
Yes. I think my Wi-Fi is.
Something is on out there.
I know my Wi-Fi is acting up, but let's wrap up before we end up getting like kicked off. Remember last time we tried that?
No, knock on wood, never again.
I know.
We love you guys.
Don't forget, keep growing. Tell them. Keep growing. Yes.
Yes, y'all. Phoenix said it. Have a good night, everyone.
Good night.
All right, everybody.
Bye. What's going on? Look at this big baby here.